Jagex wants to bring some unfathomable content to the game. Now, the Jame Gam content is always good fun, but the worst part about Jame Gam Game Jam content is that it's just JMods cooking. That's all it is. Unfortunately, they can provide as much hope for the community as they can, but we might not get it. Now, we've had good things from Jame Gam in the past. We've had the room pouch preset thing, and that's mostly it that I can remember. You guys might remember some other things too, but we'll have a look and like and subscribe down below while you're there. I'd greatly appreciate the support. We're also live on Kick at kick.com/KingCondor, and regardless of what anyone says, I have not been drinking any alcohol today. We're sober going through this. So let's have a look at the 7th Game Jam today. They wrapped up a few weeks ago and we're ready to share. Okay, let's have a look. Boat Fashionscape. Fuck. We're not off to a good start. This shouldn't be a Game Jam option. This should just be part of the game, right? It's cosmetics. So let's have a look. Sale patterns. So, all right, okay. I don't have much over this. So they want us to have a bit of boat customization. So, I want to up front explain that today we're showing off a system and framework we've created. Rather than all the new shiny cosmetics, we could add sometime in the future. It wouldn't feel appropriate to show you something like a Champion's Cape or Infernal Sail without any sort of plans on when they might be added to the game. Additionally, we'd still like to figure out how to translate capes with animated textures into sails, as it's not possible to have moving textures on sails. Which is weird because they can have moving textures on capes, so why not have it on sails? But let's have a look. So they want to have plain black, blue, purple dragon sails. Okay, very cute. I get that. Got ahead and created new sails patterns for all boat types, including a range of basic colors for your Fashionscape needs. That's whatever. That's super basic. See, I saw someone had an idea where they would have, if you had 99 in a skill and you got the skill cape, you could also get a sail template or something, and you could, like, say if you had 99 Slayer, you could then have the Slayer sail on your boat. Does that make sense? That'd be really cool. So if you get 99 in a skill, you can have the skill cape and you can have the skill sail as well, which would be kind of, you know, better than a blue or purple sail. But you know, it's a step in the right direction. We're getting there one day at a time. We're not going to get the Call of Duty Black Ops, create your own Hitler swastika meme sails. That's not happening. For those trying to relive 2010, it's over. That dragon sail does look sick though. So yeah, for now, sails, I don't care about that at all. Boat trims, let's have a look. So we've got, for the skiff and slip, we've also added new metal trims designed to match existing tiers of metal in game. See, Game Jams is meant to be for JMods to be able to go above and beyond and explore things they want to enjoy and bring to the game. I feel like metal trims is basic shit that should have been in the game with the release of sailing. Rather than just paint colors, you can also do metal. But sure, cool. Let's move on to what's important. The combat achievements interface improvements. So, the progress bar on the overview page now clearly shows which tier you're currently working on towards. Complete the corresponding colored hilt designs for each section. I like that. At a glance, it's much easier to see where you stand and what you're pushing for next. What does it look like currently? Hold on. Overview. You know what? I like that more. I like the new one more. The sword's cool. Tells you by the hilt what tier you're up to. And the hilts, rather than these swords, like the Armored of Godsword looks like shit. The Grandmaster logo looks gay as fuck. I'm glad someone's finally said it, being me. But it is pathetic in terms of the Godsword texture. So I think this looks way better. I like that. Whichever JMod's done that, it's huge. This is, oh, nice. This is way better. I like this because trying to go bosses, alphabetical, sure. Pictures of the boss, way better. This is cleaner. I like this layout. This is huge. Focusing on the wrong shit. No one cares about the color of certain things in the boat. We want more boat shapes and sail orientations. You're correct. You are right. But looking at the combat task stuff, this is a much better layout. I fuck with this big time. Yep. And it's got different tiers too. Introductory, early game, mid game. What do we got in mid game? Chaos Elemental mid game? Yeah, I guess so. Dagon King's mid game, sure. Hunlef mid game. This is normal gauntlet mid game. Hunlef. Man, this is some no monkey tier shit, I guess. Jad mid game, I guess so. Late game is normal TOA, really? Are we sure about that? Late game, Cox. What? CM Cox is end game, but normal Cox is late game. Okay. I mean, look, let's not get fucking bogged down with Zora Vorga being late game, but normal Gauntlet being mid game. Let's not like split hairs over who is what, because apparently Thermonuclear Smoke Devil is late game, but normal Gauntlet is mid game. Obviously, whoever's designed this, their fucking gauge is miles off. It's okay though. We won't judge them for it. We can simply let it happen. Oh, it's hard mode top versus normal top. Okay, I see that. Vorkaf being, Vardavus being endgame is... Sure, okay. Look, the tiers are wrong, but the layout is good. I like it. Very good. Thermi is late game if you're going to go by Slayer level. Thermi late game by Slayer level, but then, I mean, sure, but the Kraken's not far behind it. Like that's not the intent. I mean, maybe is that the intent? It's kind of silly. Maybe. But then you've got Kraken and Abyssal Demon. Isn't the Kraken's first, isn't it, before Abyssal Demon? I don't know. I feel like it's weird because then if that's the case, Kalpa Queen should definitely be late game just because of how fucking retarded the boss is. Yeah, so I don't know. The point is, at the end of the day, there's no way Duke is fucking endgame. Alright, we know that. Let's be serious. I think the bigger concern is they've got all these bosses for combat achievements. There are combat tasks that aren't boss related, like the giants, in the what's it called? The Giant's Den. You've got the Bloodveld, the Hellhound kill, the Black Demon and Black Dragon kill. You've got the Tormented Demons. Those are fine to do, but there's no MISC section, so you don't know those tasks exist, and finding them is a fucking pain in the ass. So having a MISC section would be good too. Anyways, this looks pretty dope. Task completed. Ziliana, I like the diagram. More information, very good. Yep. I'm happy with this, very good. Strong. Yep, I like the combat achievement rework, very good. Alright, skill guide by Mod Ash. Here we go, the big dog is in. We got a skill guide update. During the game, Jame delved under the hood to rework the code for skill guides and level up messages. Okay, so, historically, our skill guide code was extremely simplistic. Sure. It was really simple to read code, no blame spaghetti here, but the data isn't flexible. A developer couldn't search it like a database to show all feature unlocks at the particular smithing level regardless of the tab they were in, since additional requirements were written directly next to the tab. Developers couldn't do this, but I don't know what any of this means. What are we getting? Okay, so but basically it's going to be red if you don't have the requirements met, and grey if you do. There's over 3,400 features in the skill guide, many multiple requirements, but even if it doesn't change the player experience much... Okay, so that sounds like a lot of work for a very minimal quality of improvement. I'm all for it, I'm not against it. So basically what they want to do is, if you go to a skill guide like, what about construction is a good one. So, see how I have... is there an example here at all? Probably not. Here we go. Rune Dragon, after Dragon Slayer 2, 99. The 99 would technically be red. If I hadn't done Dragon Slayer 2, that would be red. But it would be grey if I'd completed it. So that way you can tell what you have and haven't done, right? Does that make sense? So you can see what you do and don't have access to. Smithing is a good one. Smithing, Rune, maybe under Other. After completing Dragon Slayer 2, if you hadn't done it, it would not be orange, it would be red instead. That's kind of the example they're trying to get at here. Just so you guys understand what's being said here and what's going on. Pickpocketing, no, there's no real information there. I've kind of got the level already, which I'll tell you what, even better example. Here's the better example. Let's go crafting. No, mage. Mage is a good one. Weapons. So it would say, fuck, I've got all these requirements as well. Here you go. I've got 55 Slayer, I've got the attack. Up here, upgraded Ancient Staff Scepter. It would say requires Desert Treasure 2, and that would be red, because I wouldn't have completed it. That's the example they're trying to give there. Sorry if that's, that was a bit of a weird thing to explain, but it's a lot of writing for a lot of what the fuck are you talking about. Level up messages are the same. It's all going to be the same shit. Check the skill guide to see what your new smithing level unlocks. Very cute. And then the stats panel will glow to indicate that you've got some level up unlocks to view. So when you get a level up, this is RuneScape 3, right? When you get a level up, it's very retard friendly content. Very good update for the people that are just dumb as shit. And you get a lot of those people. Facebook players. This is for the Facebook RuneScape players. Oh guys, I got 50 attack. What can I do now? That's really what they're leveling up. So that's good. Multi-level visibility. Let's have a look at something that seems more important. Been chatting to a clan about suddenly they go upstairs and end up talking to yourself. No, I've never had that problem at all. Now the game shows NPCs and players on the same level. So while you'll spy scenery like cannons or crates, you won't see your buddy bobbing around or catch their chat messages. This can make the world feel a little empty when the upper levels might make keeping conversation flowing difficult when changing levels. Which mod was this? Mod Big Rig. Mate, you do not know. You can't have the name Big Rig. Whoa, man. Oh. Sorry, but if your name's Mod Big Rig and this is your idea of a fucking game jam, you are not living up to the name fucking Big Rig at all. So the idea is that you can see players on the roof of a building, an upper floor, a castle, while you're on the floor and you can chat to them like this. See? He fucks off. He can't even click in the building properly. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. Jagex, what the fuck? Oh no. Did anyone else just see that? This is a J mod. Oh no. Oh, that's bad. Alright, okay. Game developer, by the way, boys. Here we go. Watch the right hand side of the screen. I'll go full screen just so you can see it better, okay? Alright, he runs over to the church. He clicks the door. He's playing with roofs on, by the way. He clicks the door and he goes to click in, but red clicks the door to shut the door instead. L player. And then opens the door again and tries to click. But he can't click because the idiot has roofs enabled. So he then moves the camera to click inside the building. Why not just re-record it? Exactly. Why the fuck? Would you be like, one take, guys, we got it. Bro. Oh, man. That's rough. That is rough. But at least your friend is still on the roof. Oh, man. Big Rig doesn't give a fuck or doesn't know, man. Okay, well, at least you'll be able to see players on high... What the fuck was that? Oh, like no transitioning. Cool, that's cool. I like that. I don't know where that is or what that is, though, but that's a sick jump. Alright, okay. You can see... So basically, you'll be able to see from upper levels the game renders normally then. Cool. Very good. Very good. You'll be able to see people in agility courses on rooftops and their hot air balloons flying around. Very good. But we're not using hot air balloons manually, so this is just JMods fucking around, wasting our time. Very good. Will it slide? Mod Ed. Here we go. The big dog. You ever been in game and thought that this tune's a banger, turn it up, but only to find when you try the slider, it doesn't slide? Turns out this so-called slider is actually a row of 21 buttons faking it. As we head into our 25th anniversary year, we thought it might be time we dug out a particular bugbear, so you can slide properly now. Can we not do that already? What do you mean? Are JMods using RuneLite? What? Oh no. Guys, the JMods are encouraging RuneLite, but they're not using it themselves. You can already do this. Bro, this is already a feature in RuneLite. You have we have this. Look, there's every percentage. Oh no. Oh. Didn't they can their own client? They can their own API. What? It's playing music for some reason. Apparently there's more an atmospheric music change for those in the video. There was nothing different. That was normal. I think it's rune-like content. Little time left of Game Jam 7 gave space to create something we've seen asked for a lot. Custom music playlist. Now that's big. The playlist idea, huge. I fuck with that. Yes. Give me the playlist every day. I do fuck with the playlist. I like that. Okay. Playlist, big change. Massive. Yeah. Playlist is big. Mod North is garbage, man. No way he's setting these as priorities of Game Jam. No, Game Jam is purely JMod dependent. This has nothing to do with the Jagex direction. The Game Jam is time for JMods to step away from their usual roles for a week or two and focus on personal projects they want to see in game. This doesn't have Mod North influence at all or anything like that. Oh, dude, this is not good. Fuck, what else have we got? Teleport map. Alright. Teleport's a wonderful way to travel around Gilnor. Wouldn't you agree? Sure. So, teleports are somewhat diffuse, spread around between spellbooks, fairy rings, player and houses. Okay? As useful as they are, we're sure we're not alone in thinking how cool it would be to see teleports on a map of the world, making it easier to choose the most relevant one in your next adventure. It might look something like this. Oh, no. Oh, no, Jagex, no. Chat. Oh, no. Mod Necro. Who the fuck is Mod Necro? Who's Mod Necro? Which one's Mod Necro? Mod Nexus, Mod Sunny, Mod Arcane, Mod West. Whoever the fuck Mod Necro is, bro. No, no. Inspired by wonderful interfaces such as the Quetzal transport charges. No. No. Bro, have you ever heard of this client called RuneLite? It has all the features. Look. Falador. Varrock. Karil. Fucking Ectofunters. Mauritania has fucking legs, for God's sake. Spider Cave Teleport. I don't know if I can go on there. I cannot. Bank. Drakan's Medallion. What do you mean? All you've done is make the map less crowded. But it's all available. If I want to go to fucking Ardi, I can look and see, oh, there's an Ardi teleport option there. There's a transport option there from the Wilderness Lever to Deserted Keep. I can see that there's a fairy ring there. And nearby, I can see that there's another fairy ring there. The quest, bro, no. They're not on vanilla. No, they're not. But why is this being game jammed? That's the point. These features not on vanilla. But Jagex confirmed that over like 75-80% of their players play RuneLite. Why? And they scrapped the API system on the new client, and then they're wasting their time with bullshit. This is crazy work, man. This is a waste of dev time. It is. It's a waste of dev time. Fuck that. Wilderness and Res. Mod manked with the Wilderness Focus Game Jam. We can scarcely believe us. Yeah, I don't care. So, I don't care about the history. Let's have a look. Proposal. Split the cave to allow for a multi-area, a singles plus area, and a low-level singles plus area. Let's take a look. Yeah, a multi-area in the Res Caves is bad. Mod Manked, I know your PvPG, and I know PKs love multi-world Rev Caves. Multi-Rev Cave is a bad idea. All you're going to do is introduce another black market for people to lock down the multi-area. You won't be able to use it without paying for a service. It'll be clans running the cave. You pay the clan or you get fingered. It's not fucking feasible. Unless you want to start banning people, which you guys won't, it's a bad idea. Main cave features a singles plus section on the west side and a multi-section on the east side, northeast. You want this big section to be east, to be multi, separated by a series of 3 narrow corridors to clearly delineate The difference between the areas. Revenant hotspots are highlighted in blue, so you can see the 3 singles plus spots, which are tiny, by the way. Out of the way of foot traffic entering the caves, and 1 large multi-hotspot situated in the area. Bro, if you enter the multi-hotspot and you haven't paid for it, you're going to get killed by a clan. And if you pay the clan 500 mil an hour, then you'll be fine. It won't happen. This won't happen. You're just going to... Why would people go to the multi-spots? They won't have better loot. That does mean that inherently there's less significant motivator to risk it in multi-combat, since you'll have singles plus variants in 2 locations. Having friends around to help keep the Revenant means you can risk less, since you'll be able to contribute damage. Revenants dying quicker means less time for them to make sure that make use of their powerful regens. Your GP per hour likely remains solid even if you're in a group of friends. You can squat up without massive risk. Secure some consistent GP, mess around with your powers and try to escape anti-PK or seek out violence in your own terms. We appreciate the multi-combat PvP does have a bit of image problem, but it's not all about a massive clans of players spamming walls of text. There's a lot of lifeline PKs or wilderness enjoyers out there who got started with a friend or two zooming into the caves and sending armored or god swords. Yeah, that's fine. But you're like... Clan protection, here we go. It's possible, but we're not convinced there's any reason for them to exist here. Clan protection. Won't clan protection come back? It's possible, but we're not convinced there's any reason for them to exist here. I fucking beg to differ. Reign of Terror, Rot, will be onto that like hot flies on shit. There will be no multi-rev caving at all. There's still a great number of spots for players to kill revenants outside of multi-combat, meaning they can chase their unique rewards or consistent GP. But all you'll do, this is what will happen. Let's say for example, Rot will go to the singles plus area and kill every rev they can, and kill anyone on singles plus revs, forcing people to opt to multi-combat, which will then force them to have to pay the clan for protection, or they will get killed. That's simple. Like, you could lock down singles plus, and you're fine. At the end of the day, sure, another team can come in 1v1, that's fine, but then you're getting PK'd in singles plus, you go to multi, you can't touch the multi area because it'll have clan protection. It'll absolutely have clan protection. No one's going to use that shit. I'm not convinced, personally. This is nuts. Adding on that, the 100k GP minimum entrance fee makes it far too costly for massive groups to throw themselves into the meat grinder. No, it doesn't, cunt. Bro, the clans have that much gold. They're only risking P-Nex and Black D-Hide. They don't care, man. That's nuts. We'd expect to see more meaningful, interesting fights. I don't think it's going to work that way. Why focus on revenants? What about activity in the wider wilderness? We believe there's that layout of the caves above means that the new entrance exit locations might revitalize activity in some spots. Okay. Oh, they want to add some spots to like deep wilderness. That's interesting. Does that make the entire rev caves deeper, or is it just going to be massive? That's a big rev cave. Do we get to vote on this shit? This isn't coming to the game. This is just JMod speculation. I don't think this is going to happen. Allow irons to get loot from revs, including the Maledictus, so as long as they did the most damage to it, similar to the Wilderness bosses and Royal Titans and Yama. If the Revenant Maledictus spawns in a singles plus zone, guarantee a spawn in the multi-zone. Okay. Provide some means for loot in the higher level caves to automatically move to your inventory looting bag, letting you focus on your surroundings and any would-be PKs, while also increasing your GP per hour. Adjust entry fees to combat bad actors to promote risk versus reward, which is just botting. Most legitimate players do their hard diaries at revs so that they will be exempt from the teleport delay. Shouldn't notice a change here. Meanwhile, players looking to secure ludicrous levels of GP early in their accounts progression will have to incur a higher risk. Meaning harder late diary, you're back to the 100k pitch. Alright, yeah. That's cope, dude. This is a terrible game jam. This is actually the shittest game jam I've seen so far. Number 7 was an L. It's not that Modbank is wrong, it's just that he's not right. Vennies are probably big enough to run their own clans now. There's a bunch of Venny clans about. That's bad then, right? Because that just means they're going to run... Not like the singles plus rev Ks will just be normal. But that multi-clan, the multi-rev case will just get locked down. Like, there's going to be a fee to kill in there. And they might even try lock down entering it, like in the singles plus barriers. They'll have teams waiting to rag and pull people in and then fuck them. And it looks like there's not a huge amount of hotspots when it comes to the rev caves. Hopefully, look, the multi-area can work provided they don't nerf the singles plus areas. Meaning, singles plus in this new layout needs to be as consistent and free flowing as current rev caves, because then there's no real like damage to the current singles plus layout. But there's 100% going to be clan protection of some sort, for sure. There's no way there isn't. This is dumb as shit because this is on Moonlight. It's not like one single clan will dominate. We shit on most clans during our Callisto Masters. It's not like they've got those bosses locked. Why would it happen here? That is true. Yes. I wonder if it's to do with the exit cave and the ability to kind of hop worlds inside the bosses, though, is the only question I have. Like, it's hard to lock down Callisto because every time you log out, you're stuck in that exit cave, right? And you've got to reset. But what was the main motivator last time for the rev caves? I remember Osworld, when there was multi-clan, multi-rev caves, the Oz rev caves were locked down by SV, which was the Rot Slave clan. It was locked down by SV pretty much 24/7. If they weren't on, there was another clan that was on running it in SEA, and it was just, they're constantly running through that. I know because Jay and my other mate Ponting used to run pretty hard in that clan. But then that's also when that massive clan of Vennies walked in and just absolutely fucking destroyed Rot. That one time they got absolutely fucked on. Revs is much lower effort to start. Can get an account revs ready real quick. Yeah, but this will make it harder because it's going to cost you $500,000 now to enter the cave. That's the only thing. If they're going to waste their free time on slot like this shit can gain Jane entirely. They don't have to have free time anymore. I mean, I don't, like, it's not that I think that multi-rev caves just eventually is going to become clan protection mode. Eventually. It won't happen day one, but I think eventually it's going to come to, you're going to have a hard time on certain worlds, especially Oz worlds where there's not so many worlds. It's easy to control that ping. It's going to be pretty hard during certain times of the day to do revs, unless you've paid for it. I think that'll come back. That's why they got rid of it in the first place. This is RuneLite shit. It's top tier moneymaker at the time, but revs isn't as top tier as it used to be. Yeah, I guess that is also true. Crossbow's not 80 mil anymore, is it? Used to be back in the day. I think that's when Jay got it for like 110 mil or something. He accidentally killed a Cyclops. It's only 14 mil now. I think this is. It was around here when he got the kill. I'm pretty sure he was running with them and he fucking killed one. And it was like, yeah, 100 plus mil early on. But when did they change the multi-rev caves? That's another question. I'm not sure when that happened. So used to PK back in the day a lot during PVM in the woodies. Just asked because you're getting hunted basically. Yeah, a lot for sure. Stop being ignorant. There's not Vennies anymore. They're Americans now. Yeah, that's actually a good point. The music track thing just is irrelevant except for the playlist. The playlist is the biggest thing in this whole game jam. This slider thing is already on Moonlight. This hot air balloon thing doesn't mean anything. This just showed that JMod doesn't know how roofs work. Overall, a pretty weak game jam in my opinion. I was hoping for something decent. But it's just interface bullshit, and as a result of that, I'm not going to speak much more on it. That's enough game jamming for me, personally.
This is the easiest move in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy. Look at him. God damn. Fuck me. Look at that boy. It's huge.